Hi Virgo. Alright, welcome to this place. Welcome back if you're returning. So, we're going to be doing a 6-month forecast. I'm recording this around, depending when you find this, I'm recording this actually on the eclipse in October. Eclipses, tropically speaking, to most folks, run in a 6-month period. So, things can pan themselves out in that time, things can grow in that time, things can heal in that time. Important to be aware of. So I would also look back 6 months ago when you find this, or, well, look back 6 months ago, so that would be April 2024 to October 2024, and now we're looking from October 2024 till April 2024. A little bit astrologically, so this will be affecting, it's starting in your first house, so it's starting in the house of self. Then we're moving, as we move forward 6 months, it will, the next big eclipse, and it will be lunar, will be in your 7th house. So you and other people will be really highlighted. This could be any relationship that you have, marriage partner, business partner, your employees. That's a little bit more 6th house, but still it's, and remember the 7th house is also open enemies, but I don't feel like most of you need to sweat that. That's not, I heard that's not that big a thing. I also saw the North Node, so you could look at this in your map, or that's important. And then your 3rd and 5th house were also highlighted as like an undercurrent energy. So this 3rd house to me is our abilities. So it's our communication, it is our smaller friend circles, it is writing, it is your neighborhoods. And then your 5th house is creativity, dating. So maybe some of you meet somebody, or maybe you go on more dates just around the way. This could also be expanding upon your abilities and figuring out really what your actual capacity is. Maybe some of you have been keeping yourself small in some kind of way, and it wants you, as we start with you, to expand in you and to know that you have these other people that are also very supportive. Again, your friends, the other people, your clients, like your spouse. It's, I heard you got it, and then I saw a spade. Let's see what Zumi has to say for this 6-month process. Okay. Some of you, I heard, have an anger. Somebody has an anger problem. Where they react out of an old space. It's possible. If it isn't you, it's somebody else. I would also keep aware. You have caution and observe. So I guess you could be a little cautious of other people. Like, maybe some of you don't expand on yourself, like that capacity we're talking about, how big maybe that could be. Maybe you keep yourself small because you're like, well, I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. You want to do this? Hold on. Ready? I don't want to step on anybody's toes, so I'm going to just stay small. I don't know if you really have to do that. I don't think you do. Who do you go to for advice? Also, I would also say before you jump into something, though, I heard don't be afraid of stepping on people's toes, but before you get into something, maybe you just want to observe how other people do it. You know what I mean? You've already learned a lesson too when you actually learn this. Some of you have a sibling, and they went through something or experienced something, and you learned a lesson from that. It's like it stuck with you. Even though it didn't happen to you, you just observed it. You observed it, and when you observed it, it gave you a lesson. So that's also how you'll be learning, is like, oh, okay, they made a mistake. I heard according to me. Okay, cool, I'm glad I saw that. I'm glad I saw that because I heard now that won't happen to me. So learning from other people's mistakes. Okay, because stepping on a bumblebee is not like a huge mistake. You just want to take your time with that, because this is the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords in a sense. So this is also sitting with, again, your abilities and not being afraid to put yourself out there. You want to believe in what you have learned and what you have healed. I heard, and the way that you are now responding. Okay. Ricky, so much cat hair. Stay in my lap, please. He has been all about it. Let's go month to month for you. So October. Just a sec. Oof, my tooth is hurting. It's like one thing I have to take out. I don't need it anymore. And then there's something hidden behind there that wants to come out. And it actually has to do with my wisdom. With wisdom. Okay. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we have October, November, December. Thank you. Pardon me 1 second. Go that way. Stretch it out. Oh man, I needed that. But that hurt a little bit. October, January. Let's see, February, March. Okay. February, March. Okay, that's 2. So we have the underworld as an undercurrent. I'm seeing this as opening of Kundalini. This could be healing some pretty deep root chakra energy too. You know, again, I heard where you hold yourself back unnecessarily. So your first card for October is renewal. This almost seems like a moon to me. So maybe the full moon in October is important to you. I'd like 6 cards, please. Thank you very much. What's that with? Something could have been triggering over the last 6 months for you. I actually see 5 months specifically. It could have been since last May. But like, I don't know if you were worried about money, or if you're worried about health, or if you were worried about just like, 5 of Pentacles to me is also like old shadow work, like where we've had pain and it's like stuck in the body. And even after we heal it mentally, it can still, again, settle in the body in certain places, and it wants to be released. Okay. Just a minute. I want to get this all out, but like, I know I need to take my time with it. And even though I am hurting, like, it's okay. Alright, 2 of them there too. Interesting. High Priestess on the bottom. So there's strong Pisces energy with you. Nope, no thank you. You want to play with that down here? Ooh, go get that. Go get it. He loves pens, scissors, string. Okay, so October, how do we start this out? Virgo, your 6-month forecast. Something that wasn't feeling very good is going to feel better, especially as after the 5th of October. You're going to feel better. You could have been wondering, again, like someone could have been wondering how to respond to something. What's that about? Let's ask Zumi. I love the way these cards shuffle. Okay, we have power in the reverse. So yeah, some of you weren't feeling great, or you weren't feeling in your power. But I almost feel like that's subjective. You know, like, I'm not good at this, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't deserve this. It's all that kind of energy, but it's completely subjective. Like, if you were to ask an outside source about you, what kind of mom you are, what kind of dad you are, what kind of employee you are, what kind of person you are to work with, what kind of friend you are, they would all be like, your Virgo is amazing. You're fucking amazing. You're inspiring, you're trippy, you're so smart, you're so kind. So again, I feel like what is renewing is something that was getting you down, because I heard it may be reflected through other people sometimes, but it's you. I think a person knows that it's just them. And it's interesting because before you, I did Capricorn, all the earth seemed to be grouped together. And Capricorn was talking about healthy ego. And so maybe that's something, maybe some of you have Capricorn placements, or you know people that have Capricorn placements, and this could help you. Yeah, the 5th or the 6th, and maybe I'm seeing the 11th too. Once that happens, it's like Scorpio season will also be very healing for you as we move through. If there is anything physically that you need to take care of, I mentioned, like, I could feel that tooth hurting. It's like maybe some of you need to do that, or just go get a checkup, or you're going to the gym more. It's like just taking your supplements, working on your diet. It that could help your power in a physical way. But I think the undercurrent of it is, again, where I heard someone doesn't feel deserving. That's what we are eclipsing out. I heard, remember, the way that you think about well, I just heard someone telling their own brain to, like, shut up. You know, it's like, a good cry could be helpful for some of you too in October. A therapy session, working with your spiritual counselor, whatever, your dojo, it's like, that could be really helpful. Because you will move through it. Again, it's like the 5th or the 6th, and then we move into the 11th. Let's see as we move forward, what happens to this energy. Okay, that might give us another. Okay, so we have stillness. Oh, look at that. Stillness. And that comes with the Page of Pentacles, which is doing tree pose in stillness. So before, you were 5 of Pentacles, right? Head down, crying, feeling sorry for yourself, feeling like shit, some kind of way, about something, right? Somebody. Worried about something. Again, like, what am I going to do as 5 of Pentacles? Well, apparently you were, oh my God. Capricorn did this too. This is a huge jump. So we go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump to the page. So that's 6 spaces. They move 7. So yoga or something very simple could also be helpful. Being out in nature. Just a sec. Let me check on the time. I want to make sure I'm not late. We're good. Let me set a timer. Do you mind? Not for you, like, because I want to leave you soon. It's just I need to make sure I have good boundaries because I can't be late. Timer. Let's do an alarm. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. So Page of Pentacles is about learning, right? So you had to go through a low spot or experience something again over the last 6 months. It could have been a little handful of things. And then when you get into November, you're like, I am standing solid. I am, again, this is stillness. It's like, no one's wobbly anymore. They can hold themselves. They can hold themselves up. They feel more confident about it. What's that with? Let's see. Okay, so in November, you're supposed to stay still. I guess it's just an emphasis of that. You want to be patient in November. Wisdom. You want to be patient in November. I don't feel like it's a place, it's a time for like pushing. Because if you're working out of the Five of Pentacles, that takes a lot of energy. Again, it takes your physical energy, it takes your spiritual energy, your emotional energy. It's kind of, Five of Pentacles is a draining, again, the card of power came in the reverse, right? It's like, I don't have a lot of power. I don't have a lot of energy. So in November, that renewal comes back into you and you just want to take your time with something, okay? This is earth energy to me, so it's kind of, it's grounded, right? It's not the wind whipping around. It's not raining. Okay, you're good. This is also not responding because Five of Pentacles, again, is like a shadow response, right? It's very triggering, Five of Pentacles. So you had to overcome some kind of fear, and I see that you do. Some of you also have a daughter. This is also your little you. It's like strengthening inner child. Okay, so it seems simple, but be patient in November. Do yoga, do tree pose if you ever feel stress, something feels too heavy. Just try to do one thing at a time and try if you can to, again, just literally be still. Do tree pose. Breathe for 10, right? And again, I feel like somebody has anger somewhere in their body and stress. And when that happens, it's like count to 10, okay? I don't know what this energy is, but it feels nice. I'm seeing someone be like, come here, let me give you a hug. Okay, let's move forward. Let's see December. Okay, we have transient and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so you, oh my God, look at all your earth. So you jump ahead 6, then you go back 2. So plus 6 minus 2. So I heard you do that with your age because there's something beautiful that's going to happen to you in that time frame. Plus 6 minus 2. And I heard again, there's something beautiful that happens to you. December, you could be like moseying around more. Again, feeling, okay, look at the difference here. We started with Five of Pentacles and now we move into the 9. What a difference. Right? What a difference. See, before she couldn't see these up here. She couldn't see them. Now she can. She's looking right at it. And the birds help her some way, somehow. I'd also say wearing lighter colors is more helpful than darker colors. Yeah, so December's really beautiful. Feeling more free, feeling more confident in yourself. If something is transient, that means like it moves here and there. It's more fluid, right? It's not so rigid. It's not a fixed energy. It's like mutable. I guess we're in mutable time too. That's interesting. This may be where you get more of your power back to if you're working up to this, especially if any of you, again, were more in a hole about something. Whoever was in a hole about something, I heard you get to claw your way out of that. But you get to the surface. But I think once you do, it's like, don't go running. Just stay where you are and be like, oh, all right, I just got out of there. It's someone's like very aware of themselves in the situation. This could also be hanging out with your homegirls. This could be like going to, maybe some of you go to a class. Or you decide to join a class if you're not already a part of one. If you're already part of a group like that, like a place where you learn together with other people, that's suggested. I also see the groups you are a part of, they want, I know you're usually like, I heard an observer, but I think this also wants you to be purpose. Yeah, I think this wants you to be more confident. Like, I heard inject yourself into the situation more. And I do feel like part of your purpose is maybe just being more independent in yourself. And remember what we were talking about, where it's just like abilities and observing other people and how they do things, what they've done wrong or right. If you're trying to do something, maybe you want to research like that, what did this person, whatever you're trying to do, find other people that have accomplished that, and it's like, how did they get there? Do you know what I mean? Like, what were the things that they did that helped it be smooth? What were some of the things, the places that they came up against that were challenging, and how did they deal with that? Because that just may help you more in understanding like what's necessary. You definitely are going on a little solo trip by yourself. Okay. Let's see January. What's that with? How do I explain this? I guess if you're going to have an argument with someone, I feel like you'd want to talk to yourself, your friends, your therapist, write about it. Okay, Taurus talked about this. It's like, if there's been any rug sweeping, then this eclipse is going to like unearth that. So let's try to talk about this in a few different ways, because you have the card of destruction with the Eight of Wands. What's the deal with that? The Lovers. Okay. I heard do not approach a situation from anger. If you're angry, if you're hungry, if you're tired, I'm seeing a cranky little kid. If you feel in that space, your body hurts, whatever, I would not have a conversation about anything serious. I feel like it would only be destructive. It wouldn't be productive. You don't want to wait until you get your energy till again you've at least sorted it out in yourself. I heard, where is this coming from? Is this necessary? This is also around that full moon. Childhood. Well, I guess whatever you've been deconstructing in yourself in relation to your 8th house, which to me is our life lessons overall, like a foundational kind of place of life lessons, 8th house. I feel like whatever you've been deconstructing in there, it was really crowded for a long, something was really crowded, and then someone figured out like how to make space. How to make space. So if this is the new year energy, it could be one of those things where I heard someone's finally ready to make a change. You know, it could be like, you know, when we say stuff like, oh, I'm gonna exercise more this year, or I'm gonna work on my this part, or I'm gonna try to be a better and it's like we just say it, and then it's not, nothing happens. The action isn't taken. That could be one of those things too, where someone calls somebody out, like, dude, you always saying you're gonna do that and you don't do it. Like, your words aren't matching your actions. So if that's happening, then you can observe that, whether it's you or someone else. So it's like someone can recognize contradiction. But I don't think that that's the whole lesson. We just split to the Lovers again. So some of you need to have a serious conversation, whether you're dating or you're in love with somebody and married, whatever. 8th house is marriage, and how things, how the marriage or our relationships work in the long term is 8th house. So some of you could be having a hard transit going through your 8th house right now. Or again, something is deconstructing there in ways of, it's changing. It wants some, so you want to have a conversation about what you're wanting versus what you're mad at or frustrated with. Because I heard someone being like, well, you never, da 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 da. It turns into one of those kind of finger pointing things. And if that was the case, 8 of Cups, then this could like create a breakup or create really a rift in a relationship. How do we ensure, I guess we already talked about it, but like, so maybe keeping quiet could be helpful, but I don't know if, you don't want a rug sweep though. I mean, again, I saw someone sitting with the therapist. It's like, it may be helpful to talk to your therapist about something, or again, your advisor, your counsel, about something in your position within that versus trying to come at the person that you're just frustrated with, or the situation you're frustrated with. And actually, you only have one more, in ways of whatever, again, you've been deconstructing, which is, again, making space to have, like, a new vitality on life, is what I see. You only have one more step, and then you can start, I heard, constructing. Chariot. So this could be an argument about money. This is also deconstructing communication or deconstructing energy. But I do feel like, is something missing? Justice. So this is kind of an interesting month. Maybe someone's just ready to talk about something now. that they were afraid, because someone could have been afraid to have a conversation because they felt like, oh dude, this is gonna, if I talk about this or mention this or express myself, then I'm gonna get in trouble, or like I'm gonna be punished. It could go back again to like childhood kinds of things, like you weren't allowed to say, or you had that abusive ex or whatever. It's like one of those kinds of things where like someone's afraid of the reaction of someone else with them just being like expressing honestly. You don't need to be afraid of that. And I guess if you did just have a conversation where it was like, look, this is where I'm at, or this is how I feel like where we're at, and I want to work, whatever that situation, if someone was to bug out, King of Swords, then you know that they're just not for you. You can cut that out. It's just the truth of the matter. What did we say in the beginning? Oh, someone acts like this or does this, and I know that that is wrong to me. That's not healthy to me. Okay, learn the lesson through observation. Okay, let's move along. That one's interesting. Okay, February. Or no, wait. October, November, December, January, February. Virgo. Well, you go to another 9, so 1999. Some of you could be sad about something. This could be an anniversary in February, like somebody's death, somebody's birthday who has died. It could be like, it's like some of you have a trigger point in February, or Aquarius people. Something. That's because you have the air card, which Capricorn had in December, in February. What's this with Virgo? Creative. They had the same. Interesting. I feel like this is an emotional month for you. It also depends on how January went. I'm also seeing this as someone who, like, I don't know if there's different layers here. It's like someone can't sleep, or they need to just, didn't we talk about that? Like, look, I need to cry. So that was October and February. So in air months, Virgo, you need to cry and get out. Instead of thinking about it or talking about it, you have to get the water out of your body about it, the emotionally. I mean, most of you are women here, so that is natural. I heard do it. Find your own private place and cry. I mean, she's sitting with a pillow, just kind of alone. So someone wants to be left alone in February. Or they need their own space. Saturn could also be giving someone a hard time. That makes sense astrologically. Especially like Saturn or Leo or Aquarius rising. How do we help her feel better? Or maybe someone doesn't know how to soothe somebody. They're like, I don't know what to do. It's like someone's just crying. And it's like another person just like doesn't know what to do. Like they don't know how to console them. But I guess this is because partially a person has to learn how to console themselves. And they could just be grieving something. And again, it doesn't have to be like presently what's happening. It could be because we're at a 9. So you're at the end of a cycle of something. We were just talking about, again, the deconstruction of that 8th house energy, which is our life lessons. Then we move into the 9th house. So someone could be drained again. And remember, when you are low energy, mentally, physically, however, then even worrying about things financially, this is draining to a person. And so you need time to process and to sit with that energy. It's like acknowledging your own feelings. Hangman, yeah, you're supposed to like sit with them in relation, and this does have to do with the past. Because that'll actually help you balance your feelings. This could also be, if you're a man, this could also be a woman in your life. I see specifically that's also going through a hard time. Sixth house, maybe it has to do with health again, or finances or something. But I think it more than anything, it's like when you can't change, when a person can't change the story in their head. High Priestess. Let's see how this moves forward. I feel like that'll be helpful. And you got double cards here. So what do we have? October, November, December, January, February. Let's look at March. Tempest in the world. I don't know what tempest means. Okay, so look, you complete it. You complete it. You're safe and you're loved and protected. You're back on your path, right? Look, do you see what happens here? We go from sitting on the ground, being low, to standing up, strong and tall, right? Then we go from, hold on, sitting on the ground, low, and then standing tall and strong. So this is October to November, you're standing up. From February to March, you're standing up, but you need to sit down about something. I heard partially October, February, which is, again, your air months. It wouldn't surprise me if this would happen again in June. Right, so we're recognizing the pattern. So in March, this is really good energy. Someone's feeling happy again. They're like, what's this? Oh, yeah. They're feeling happy again. Relationships with animals and people and friends. Great. Someone definitely feels more confident. So yeah, I think that that grieving, mourning, sad energy in February, I do think that that's an old thing for most of you. Or it's connected to an old thing some way, somehow. Just give some space for that. Okay? This is your mental health. In October, it's more of your physical and emotional health. Okay. Let's see how this moves forward in this cycle. April. Healing and the Ace of Cups. Oh, that's so beautiful. See, what did we say? The 6-month cycle is going to heal things, open things up, fix things, change things. Hi. If you're married, some of you may need relationship counseling. I think this is more of, if this is relevant, if you're connecting with this, this is more you to somebody. I heard, and working on your own shit. Hi. Hi. Can you see that bird? Hi. That was wild. He was like hovering. So you get out of your head and find the magic in life again? Good. Great. Great. Just a minute to close this out. Let's see. No regret, no remorse. That's on Nine of Swords. Turns to gold is Five of Pentacles. So this is a Saturn energy. It's a Leo Aquarius axis. Right? Lead into gold is Aquarius to Leo. Because this Nine of Swords is shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I mean? It shoulda, coulda, woulda. But then it's like the water's boiling. You know, time to do something else now. Right? Something's ready. We can move past that. Four of Wands, yippee. Okay, I'm going to say that's that. I love you, Virgo. I hope this was helpful. And I wish you the best. I like that we could see the pattern, though. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, this 1 month has a little bit of something in it. Next month, easy. Next month after that, easy. Then we got a little something. Doesn't mean it's every constant moment. It's just showing itself, you know? And if you're working through the 8th house deconstruction energy, that's a big life lesson. Oh, your North Node turned into Mercury. So wherever it was foggy in your mind, it's now very clear. That's what happens through this transit too. Hey, Blue Jay. What's that one? Decay. Yeah, it's like you're getting rid of the rotten parts. You're getting rid of that which... And what does decay do? Decomposition. It makes things more fruitful. Right? It makes the earth more fertile. Productivity and abundance. We'll take it. So I heard work on that also. Don't deny your intelligence. Your creative intelligence. You also have great emotional intelligence now, right? I mean, it depends, I guess, on how much stress you have and how you're thinking about that, but that's all right. That's human. You're fine. Abundance again. Think about abundance. Think creatively about what it means to be full or successful. I heard think about how you want to be. And then whatever that direction is, walk with authority. Okay. Love you, Virgo. Peace.